Hey, welcome back to Spectre Comics. I'm Mike. Today we're going to do a simple, easy to follow, step-by-step how to draw a Minion tutorial. If you're a fan of the Despicable Me movies, you're probably a fan of Gru's little yellow henchmen known as the Minions. Today we're going to draw Kevin, one of the Minions from the Despicable Me movie. If this is your first time here, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of comic book creation and how to draw video tutorials just like this one. So if you want to follow along, why don't you grab a piece of paper, a pencil, a black marker, an eraser, and some colored pencils, and I'll meet you on the boards. Let's get started. Okay, grab your pencil, smooth out your paper, start drawing a vertical rectangle with curved corners. You know, very loose rectangle. And then towards the upper portion of the body, draw a couple of circles. That's going to be our eyeballs for the Minion. Add the little pupils. Then we're going to do an outline around the eyeballs, kind of like in a figure eight pattern. That's going to represent our Minion goggles. And to give it a little depth, we're going to put a little curve on the inside face. Little strap attachment and strap to keep those goggles from falling down. I'm going to darken the head area a little bit and thicken the lines. Going to also go ahead and do that down the body. And then we're going to go ahead and draw a line a little halfway down, a little past that halfway down mark. That's going to represent where the arms attach to the body, and then a couple little L's at the bottom for feet and legs. We're going to draw a little Arnold Schwarzenegger javelin pose. These little guidelines represent the arms and the little circles represent the hands. We're going to go ahead and thicken those lines and erase our guideline. Just get those kind of outlined. And then we're going to draw a hand. Now, Minions wear black gloves, and they also have a three-fingered hand, you know, 2 fingers and a thumb. Going to do a little curl them over and make a little fist. Thicken the lines a bit, just kind of erase any extraneous lines, clean things up as you go. Going to go ahead and do the other arm. Erase the guideline. Thicken and clean as you go, and then going to go ahead and draw the other hand. Same deal. It's going to be a fist, wearing a glove. Curl the thumb over. A couple little fingers curled over. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and start darkening the bottom area. This is where the pants are going to go, the overalls. I'm going to go ahead and draw the mouth. Mouth is going to be like a banana shaped on its side. A little curve at the bottom for a tongue. And then I'll draw a line across the middle. That's going to represent the line where the teeth are. I'm going to go ahead and draw the individual teeth in there. It's got a nice little smile going. We're going to go ahead and draw the overalls. So the top just goes right across the body and then kind of curves down. And it's a little wider than the body itself because the clothes cover the body. Going to go ahead and draw the little middle pocket on the overalls. A couple little buttons to hold the straps up. And then we're going to draw the straps in. Straps just go on an angle over the shoulders. Pretty simple so far. I'm going to go ahead and draw the little pant legs. Just wider than the L, top of the L. Again, I'm always constantly cleaning up as I go along. I keep this little eraser and just erase as I need to. You know, finalize the lines as you go. You can draw really loose and sketchy, but finalize the lines as you go and kind of clean up as you see where things are. We're going to go ahead and draw the boots. This is the side view of a boot. It's pretty easy to draw that. Just follow the L that you drew initially. The other foot's a little different. We're going to be kind of lifting it up and you're going to see the bottom. It's a little different angle, but if you follow the L, you should be able to get the shape right. You know, if it doesn't turn out right, you know, give it another try. That's what erasers are for. Draw the little pattern at the bottom of the shoe. And we're going to go all the way to the top and draw the hair in. Let's go ahead and add, you know, finalize the eyeballs and kind of put some darker lines around the goggles. This is much easier if you use a circle template or something to trace because circles are hard, but again, keep it sketchy and loose. Just kind of clean it up as you go along. I'm going to give the goggles a little thickness. We're going to just go around and start cleaning up the drawing. I did it off camera where I kind of erased and cleaned up the lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and start inking. So I'm going to grab my thin black marker, kind of outline the eyes and the goggles. just basically tracing all the pencil work I just did. So you can kind of, that's why it's good to erase all the extraneous lines. If you have a problem with running your hand across the paper and smearing the pencil or the ink for that matter, go ahead and just put a piece of paper under your wrist while you draw. I'll do that in a minute because I realized I was smearing the pencil. Again, I'm just tracing the lines I already drew. I'm going to grab a thicker black marker now and just kind of go over the thin lines. Fill in any black areas. I'm going to go ahead and trace the head, the goggle straps, the side of the head. Really simple. I'm just kind of just tracing what I'm doing using the thick black marker. Go ahead and do that. The gloves, the arms. Get the overalls going. I probably should have used a thinner marker here. Here's where I'm covering what I already drew so I don't smear the ink. Get the fingers inked. Go ahead and get the coat overalls. Now here the mouth. The mouth's got some dark between the teeth and the tongue, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Fill in the dark inside the rim of the goggles. Just trace the pockets, the overalls, and then go down towards the feet. Trace the pant legs and the boots. I probably should have used a thinner. I like to use thicker markers for the outside edges, and then when you get to the little details, I use a thinner marker. Go up to the top and do the head. I'm just going to grab some colored pencils and start filling in the Minion's yellow skin really quickly here. Again, I did this really quickly, but you can take as much time as you want. It's trial and error, just getting the lines where you want them to be. For the overalls, we're going to grab an indigo blue pencil. Denim, you know. Just fill that in. I'm using a paper with a little bit of texture to it because this is my drawing pad. So you actually get a nice little denim texture with the paper because it's got a lot of tooth to it. I grabbed a black pencil to fill in the black gloves, the black boots, and I actually put a little shadow around the eyeball to give them a little curvature. Last thing I'm going to do is get a red pencil for the tongue and then a brown pencil for the strap and the eyeballs. I'm going to put a little shadow at the bottom just so it looks like he's not floating in air, it's touching the ground. And go ahead, like any artist, sign your work and date it. And that's it. So that's how you draw a minion. Hopefully you were able to follow along and you came up with a great picture. Let me know in the comment section below how yours turned out. If you thought the video was helpful, why don't you go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you want more content like this, video tutorials or anything comic book creation related, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of videos. I try to post once a week. Links to my Spectre Comics website, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are in the description below. And again, if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave those also in the comment section below. That's it for this video, and we'll see you next time.